What's up, everybody? It's Monkeyfarm. We are back in Hytale with my Teleporter Mob Trap. You guys really seemed to like this video last time, and of course you know I like building mob traps. I've done some more testing, and you guys had a lot of questions on why I did things a certain way, so I'm going to kind of walk through some of those questions, but I'm also going to show you some improvements I made to the trap since the last video. If you haven't seen that last video, I will link it in the description or down below. And then also, if you are not subscribed, if you're new here, please subscribe and thumb up the video and turn on notifications, because it seems like a lot of people aren't getting notified, so that would be appreciated. Let's get started. Okay, the concept behind this trap is that we can have a teleporter with us and lure any mob into the trap that we want, and that mob will be sent through the teleporter into our trap over here with this teleporter and with spikes around it, and they will suffer an amazing death. So we get all the drops. Obviously the problem is that when I jump down here, I get quite a bit of damage picking up the loot, and I've come up with a couple additional ways you can build this that don't have problems, and I'll tell you what the other problems were. But let's go through design number 2. This is called spikes now. And let's spawn another Praetorian. Alright, we will spawn another Praetorian, and we need him to chase us into the portal. So now he's going to go to this other mob trap. So what I was finding, that if you build this thing too small, like if I had built this wall one block closer with the spikes right behind here, which will actually let us place them there, but the problem is that would often cause the Praetorian to teleport somewhere else, like out of the trap. So I would come back here, and the Praetorian would be like underground. And I can do some no clip here, but I've found them underground here, underneath the trap. So for some reason it teleports them down, like they get stuck underground, and maybe there's a cave or something, and they just, yeah, maybe they spawn like down in an open cave. So we only have 3 spikes on each side of the teleporter, and we have a little ditch down here where we can come down here and pick up the loot. The problem is the loot is often on the teleporter, and if you walk even in this block up here, the spikes will damage you. So this is not really that fail-safe. And I've put some trapdoors on the edge here to help, but still you kind of need to... Yeah, I died actually. So that's why I didn't bother building it like this. I just built a simple trap that everybody could see how it works, and then kind of, you know, work on your own design if you want to build it differently. So anyway, this way does work. And you still kind of, you can't avoid getting damage in this one. But I have a new one that actually is pretty fail-safe, but you have to build it a very specific way. I found that if you place 1 or 2 blocks in the wrong spot, the Praetorian will kind of teleport out underground, like the other problem that I mentioned on that one. Okay, this time we're going to send the Praetorian to the Inground trap, and I will show you how this one works. I do like this one better, but I've seen a couple problems. One, sometimes he will teleport, or he will lunge at you with his sword, you know, the heavy attack, and he will actually teleport out of the trap and come get you. If you build up too many blocks around this, he won't be able to spawn in the teleporter, and he might teleport out. So building at ground level works. However, you need to be careful about the blocks you place around it. I have tried this filling in these blocks, by the way, so I'm not getting damaged. Notice that. So we did kind of solve that. As long as you don't accidentally walk up on this block. Where is it? You can walk up right here. As long as you don't walk up on that block, you will stay not getting damaged. But if you break these 2 blocks right here, the Praetorian will very often teleport out of this trap and underground. And by the way, you don't even need the trapdoors unless you're teleporting a small mob, which would be 2 blocks high, because they can just walk right off the edge of this block. But if you place a block here, the Praetorian has a chance to teleport out of the trap and escape. Okay, so here's how we are going to build the new and improved Inground version of this, and I will tell you a few things you need to look out for as well, but I will kind of tell you everything I've learned so far. So we're going to dig a 3x5 by 3 deep hole in the ground. That's 4. Okay, so 3x5 and 3 deep, and then what we're going to do is put these 3 blocks back, or just don't dig them out, but anyway, those are 3 blocks in front and in back of the teleporter. Okay, you want to put 5 spikes pointed towards the back of the teleporter, towards the front of the teleporter. Make sure you don't build them too close here. You want to have it the next block over, so it kind of looks like there's an empty space. This is the row where the actual teleporter is, and then you can put some on the side just in case they kind of move off to the side or they teleport out a little bit here. You can probably get away without these corner spikes if you're really broke on iron or something like that. So basically we have a 3x5 ring pointed in at the teleporter this time rather than on the ground like the original design. Okay, so now we need to dig a walkway around it so we can go down and pick up the loot. So you want to leave the block behind the spikes here and dig a tunnel down, just staircase down, so that you have 1 block ahead of you, and you want to dig 5 blocks out, and you can actually break these 3 blocks as well. Actually, these 4 blocks, so you have kind of a walkway around here. Then you have a walkway this direction. You want to dig out these blocks. And then what I did is I leave these 2 blocks because for some reason having them gone causes the Praetorian to teleport sometimes. So I don't know why, but it seems to be causing it. Now what we want to do is put some trapdoors. Okay, so the final size of the room is going to be 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By 5, not counting these 2 in the corner. And then 2 blocks deep, not counting the top level where the spikes are. So 2 blocks underneath that. So the room down here is basically 6 by 5, not counting this corner. So you want to leave these trapdoors up in case you're going to have any 2 block high, small normal size mobs coming through here. Otherwise they will hop right off, run up the stairs and start chasing you around. And can be fun, I guess, but not the goal of the mob trap, right? But that will let you walk up in front of any spot that you need to get to. If you need to get in this other back corner, yeah, be careful about walking up on that block. That's really the only thing you have to worry about. Yeah, don't walk forward to pick up your blocks. That's what will happen. But anyway, this will work. So why don't we can actually test this out real quick. We'll set this on no warp and we'll call this new. Let's spawn in a small guy and a Praetorian this time. So those are called, let's see, Skeleton Burnt, I think. Let's try the Knight. We'll spawn one of those, and then let's spawn a Praetorian as well. Patrol. Okay. Where do we need to send them? We need this thing going to the new portal. Okay, let's see if we can get these guys up here. Adventure. Okay. Alright, he is down there. He didn't teleport out, that's good. And he is almost gone, so he's gone. Let's see if we can get the Knight chasing us. Now, I don't remember if I put the trapdoors up, so we're going to find out what happens. Oh, here he comes. Alright, there it is. There is the new and improved Hytale Teleporter Mob Trap. that we designed last time. I think it's a little bit better. It's still a little bit dangerous with the spikes. If you accidentally hop up on those blocks, on these side blocks, you can accidentally hop up there and have some problems. But in general, you're not going to damage yourself every time when you pick up the loot, and this is quite a storm. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the improvements, and of course, if you guys have been testing this as well, let me know if you found anything else that I didn't test or you want me to try out and show everybody. So that is all for now. We will see you next time.